Oh, okay. Oh, you had that going?
Yeah.
For sure. That's how we do it, man. We back. Testing, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2.
The sneeze. Hold on. All right. Damn.
We back. On some serious, man. I got pent up energy, brother. For this Game of Thrones, man. So
Game of Thrones season 8, the full season.
it's over. The series is over.
You know, this will be the first Sunday because this is being recorded a week after the finale.
Yeah.
So this Sunday, today, I don't like to date myself, but yeah, today, I have to admit, it's like that little void that you carved out to watch Game of Thrones is now empty.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna do?
Yeah, that's a tough one.
I'll make some beats.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? That routine that you was used to being in is over. But you know what? This season, only having 6 episodes, that was only 6 weeks, it's not really a big withdrawal.
Nah.
Where like previous seasons when you had, 10?
10, yeah.
10 episodes, 10 weeks, 2 months, 2.5 months of, you know what I'm saying? Game of Thrones, now we only got like a month.
These clowns still complaining. They wanted more episodes. They wanted to expand.
Dude, I wanted more episodes, but you know, let's get into it. First and foremost, man, what did you think about the season?
Oh, that shit was dope as feezy. It was the emotional roller coaster ride that Game of Thrones always give you. From the red wedding, the purple wedding, Ned getting his head cut off. So they came with it, and I see how they twisted me up. I'm thinking that all this is leading up to the final battle was with the White Walkers and the Night King. They're like, nah, the final battle is actually gonna be within the between the people. You know what I mean? I actually thought they was gonna rally together at the end and then defeat the Night King and then everybody
going into the
figure
season.
it out. Yeah.
Going into the season. You know what?
They just gave me a twist.
I had something similar to that, thought too. But I don't know, man. I say this after watching at least a second time and then just the whole week thinking about it. I can say I was satisfied with the season, cinematic wise. How it was shot and filmed. Other than we keep it 1,000. The long night, I didn't really feel how they shot that. It was just too dark, and I'm not trying to.
I'm not, literally dark.
Yeah, dude, I'm not trying to hear. People's like, well, you should have, adjusted your TV or something. Come on, B. Come on, man.
Yeah.
This, like I said, let's keep it 1,000. It was kind of shot too dark, but cinematically, where there was good scenes, particularly in that episode, they was good.
Yeah.
And throughout the whole season, there was good scenes, good shots where the director, really, put their foot into it.
Man.
But story-wise, man.
So
it was very anticlimactic.
Climactic?
Yeah, anticlimactic.
Climactic. I got you. But you wasn't feeling that, you wasn't feeling the ending? You wasn't feeling John actually coming to his senses, listening to Tyrion?
Yeah, I mean, who didn't see that coming? At this point in the game, who didn't see that was going to happen?
Yeah, well, I didn't see it coming until she went ham on King's Landing.
But if you think about it, throughout the whole, throughout the series, throughout the, the show's history, there was points where you was like, yo, she's already, kind of on the flip. I mean, let's go back to when she was over at Essos, right? She was in Essos, right? Do you remember the time when she crucified all the slavers on some Jesus shit?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Remember that?
She had them all posted up so everybody could see them all through the alleyways.
You know, and
That
people
was
looked
kinda
at it as
sad.
like, well, you know,
They was
they
some
had it coming.
scumbags, yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. There's an explanation for everything she was doing. Remember when she was freeing the slaves? You know what I'm saying? Well, the slavers had it coming. They, you know what I'm saying? There was always an explanation on her madness, or I should say, you know, signs of madness.
Yeah.
It was always a good explanation, and people will prop it up because of the other reason. But when she did the same thing in Westeros, you know, when she did it at King's Landing, you couldn't like say justification of, you know, her just, you
Hell
know,
nah.
just flipping.
I was like, fuck that.
Why? And you know, what's the show after? You know, the little segment they do after the show.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
they break
yeah.
it down. They was talking about, well, you know, it was at that point, Danny, you know, pretty much took it personal.
Because she was
What?
looking at the red. She was looking at
What?
the red keep, and she was looking at Cersei being in that place that her family built, and now, you know, she looking at all that.
And
like,
and
man,
what? She's seen 10 times worse her adventures across the seas and stuff.
Yeah, but
That's gonna flip her out. That?
well, hey, you know, you never know what could be the triggering point, the triggering mechanism.
I get that. I get it, but I'm just saying the way it was written, it was poorly because it didn't give you time. There was like really no build up to her flipping like that. You know what I'm saying? Now that's why I would like maybe a couple more episodes this season. If it would have started from like episode 1 of season 8, you know, episode 1 of 10, you know what I'm saying, season 8, then okay, I could see it working. Like, you know, first show, you see her kind of like, oh, she on that shit again, yo. You know what I'm saying? Episode 2, you know, it might be something else, a little slide she do, or, you know, something, a little saying she drops, you know what I'm saying, drop a saying or a phrase, and let's just say Tyrion picks up on that, like, oh, what'd she just say? I'm just saying, if it could have built up more than just episode 5, that's when she flips. And then after that, it pretty much wrote itself out. You already knew what was going to happen. Jon's got to kill her. I didn't see no twist coming up. I knew Tyrion wasn't going to die. Nothing. Nada. I already saw it. I was like, it pretty much wrote itself out right there when they showed her flip. It was like, all right, man. It's cool. I'm going to watch it to the end. You know what I'm saying? To finish the chapter of this in my life. But okay, I see what it is. And I think that's what a lot of fans are upset about. Because you heard about that petition, right?
Yeah, nah, that's crazy. Y'all some
Dude, you know, there's a like, I'm speculating. I don't want to say
Awesome.
speculation, but from what I'm hearing, it's already almost $1 million.
It's $1 million.
Million for real?
And who you actually think somebody finna
They're not gonna rewrite
go
this, son.
and refilm the way, and then they refilm, and you still complain about it?
They're not gonna
Get
do
out of
that.
here, you dumbasses.
Yeah, I mean,
but
that
look,
was a waste of time.
Look, I feel like I have to disagree with you. I feel like the build-up has been from season 1. From every single trauma and tragedy you've seen that woman go through. And I was like, I was shocked when she did it, but I thought about it. I was like, oh yeah, that was, I saw that coming. Because you go from having to live your life on the run from since you was a little kid, being basically sold off as a young woman, you know what I mean, to another man, still, and hearing all the history and everything that's been taken from your family lineage, and then all the stuff she done went through with the blood riders and all the trauma and all the deaths and people close to her. I was like, yeah.
I agree with that. I agree with you saying.
The build up.
Yes, and that's what makes it so sad that it went out the way it went out, because you took time to build this character. But like you said, from the point we meet her, you know what I'm saying, you know, as a young lady, you know what I'm saying, making her way through the, you know what I'm saying, that whole situation, being technically sold off, you know what I'm saying, in return for an army and what have you, and being, you know what I'm saying, being married and all that losing her husband and so on and so on and so on. It was like you said, the build was worth it, but to end it like this, I get it, but it just wasn't the that needed to pull off. I'm not saying that was like I'm not saying that was a bad idea what they did.
That shit is crazy.
They just didn't execute it where it worked.
Yeah.
In a sense, you know what I'm saying, where you really just like damn. Like blow your wig back. It's just like okay.
He actually blew mine. I watched that episode like 3 times. I'm talking just the impact of that whole episode.
And then the flip out
carnage and everything.
Because look, her whole thing was freeing people.
Yeah, but see,
why would you attack the people that you're supposed to be freeing?
Blood of the dragon flows through that woman's veins.
I get it, but I'm just saying
that bloodline is, bruh.
So you saying this? So are you saying that the Red Keep turned all Targaryens eventually mad?
Nah, I'm saying that they have the potential for anything to make them snap, just like her father. They was like what made him. It wasn't like he just turned into the Mad King. He went through the same progression. Yeah. And what his Red Keep was when he got held hostage for a year. That just flipped him over. The switch came over to fudge it. And that was Daenerys. Her switch was looking at that red, and it was like the bells rung, so she was like, okay, it's over. Then she looking at that mug and she knows Cersei looking over there. She like, oh, that. And she just thinking like, man, look, that we built that from blood and sweat, and her ass sitting up there lingering from my family's suffering. I'm finna destroy all y'all.
Why all y'all though? That's what I'm saying. How can she even make a B way to the what you call it, the castle?
Hey, I thought she was gonna do that, but
dude, if you watch the area view, she's zigzagging, my dude.
You know why she did that? That's strategic. She wanted Cersei to see this is all you're doing. I want you to see all you're doing. This is everybody that I'm killing right here. I want you to see that it's because of you. That's why she didn't just go and kill. She could have.
So Daenerys is that petty,
dude. I'm telling you, Targaryens and bruh, look, that was
straight petty move.
The only Targaryen in their history that I can think that was in the same type of scenario, and did the civilized thing was her great grandfather. He was the first one that came and took over.
Okay.
Because all the other kings was resisting. They was like, man, and a lot of them was like, you know what, we give up. He could have been like, man, fuck y'all. You know what I mean? But he did that, and the ones that didn't give up, did he okay.
I mean, I get it.
So she was in the same position, but that's the only one. You look at all the other Targaryens, dude, they are savages, bruh. And she is a Targaryen. She's a full Targaryen.
So like I said,
Jon is half.
Is it something about the Red Keep that drives him insane? Because when she was over at Essos and all this, I mean, there was signs. Like we said, there was a buildup where there was two ways you knew she was gonna go: either Mad Queen or some kind of sacrifice. That's the way I'm looking at it from the beginning.
I was shocked that she turned into the Mad Queen.
Like I said, there's been.
But then I understood.
There's points in time where she was showing signs. The only reason why she didn't, just like you said, just go all out was because she had people around her who,
that too.
Would talk her down from that point.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Sir Jorah,
that was a big missing key. Him and her best friend.
Yeah.
I think if they were there, she wouldn't have did
Missandei?
Yeah,
Missandei, yeah.
If they were there, she wouldn't have did that. But with both of them gone, that's why I was shocked. Because it was ill. I'm watching,